Couple topics to talk about, man. I just seen this lady, man, and I don't know if she from Baltimore. I don't know, but man, she going hard in the paint. You know what I mean? Like, yo, these squatters. I'm not a fan of squatters. I don't support squatters. I don't really like how they doing it. You know what I mean? Teach his own, but I don't really like how you doing it. You know what I mean? Motherfucker like me got to pay rent. You know what I mean? I go about my shit the right way and try to, do it just to have a motherfucking squatter come and take over a house and don't got to pay nothing. And the laws in my state in Maryland, it's kind of hard to get squatters out. They say once if they there for over 30 days and get mail there, it's crazy. I don't understand how motherfuckers can even like do that for real. Like, I mean, if you homeless or something, I can see, but like, yo, it's crazy how this lady was doing it. So they had locked her up. I think they said she only did like 10 days or something, 5 days or something. She bailed out and then went right back. You know what I mean? Niggas say she had a man in there holding it down while she was gone. That's crazy, yo. They said it was a $2.3 million house in Bethesda, Maryland. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers is in there squatting. That's crazy. And I mean, I don't know who the owner and stuff is. Shit, if I got $2.3 million house, I mean, I'm gonna try to get somebody to check on it at least once a week. You know what I mean? Shit, but bad minimum once every 2 weeks. You feel what I'm saying? Shit, once a month. Like, you can't be letting nobody break in your shit, yo. And then, you know what I mean, you in 30 days, like, shit, at least after that first, second week, they should be out that motherfucker. Because if you come in my shit and I see you squatted and made your bed and made this motherfucker like it's your house, then they said she was posting on social media like it was her shit. She was flexing and flossing, you know what I mean? Man, that shit crazy. We gonna look at the story. They got her ass again. She went right back out there. That's crazy. And then we got the airport, man. This airport, they said this airport just shut down. And Mexico, they said that was the longest, well, it was supposed to be the longest airport shut down since 9/11. You know what I mean? Which is crazy. So we're gonna look into that, see why they I'm hearing some, you know what I mean, so-called some different stories about that. You know, what's going on with that, might be some conspiracies or whatever. So we're going to touch on that situation. We got a couple topics to talk about. We might get into the, I'm saying this Ja Rule and fucking Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder situation. We're going to get into that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that might have been a play for real, but we never know. We're going to touch on that. So we got, a couple things to touch on. Nothing too major for real. But I definitely want to touch on that squatter. Because I heard the squatter shit is getting out of control, yo. And these motherfucking squatter, they got so-called squatter rights and all this shit. Like, man, I don't feel sorry for those people. If you ain't paying your rent, yo, you deserve to get the fuck out. I'm sorry now. If you lost your job, you know what I mean? You maybe need maybe 2, maybe 3 months, you feel what I'm saying, while you look for something and, you know what I mean, you good for it, but you just thought to come in somebody's shit, take over their house and don't even, you know what I mean, and don't want to leave. Now, I can see if you come in there take over somebody's shit that while they ain't there, you know what I mean, be a couple months, couple years, and then, you know what I mean, once they get there, you leave. But motherfuckers don't even be wanting to leave, yo. They be like, I ain't leaving. Like, what? Fuck you mean you ain't leaving? You mean you gonna leave one way or another, easy way or the hard way. You feel what I'm saying? Because there ain't no way you think you gonna stay in my house that I'm paying property taxes for and water bill and, you know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure you ain't living there, so you just probably paying property taxes, maybe a little water bill or something, I don't know. But it's crazy though, yo. Like, these motherfucking squatters, man, they think this shit is crazy. So we're gonna touch on that topic first because I want to see what they was. Her ass just they just caught her ass again. She just did the same shit. Let me see. So yeah, man, make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. We got a couple topics. Couple topics. Let me see what they talking about with this one. Yeah, she was just arrested. Let me see, a woman was just arrested. She came back. You know what I mean? Look, hold on, we about to say.
I can't even, I only see in the TV, not in the real life. I'm actually experiencing in my neighborhood.
You can't be doing regular people.
Are we back at it again?
Unfortunately, yes. Less than 2 weeks of being incarcerated, Tamika Good is back in the house.
Yeah, she
For
dragged.
months, we've been tracking the alleged squatter takeover of a $2.3 million Bethesda home that's been foreclosed and bank-owned. Occupants Tamika Good and her partner
Oh, well, the bank
have been
owned
at
it.
the center of the alleged occupancy.
Get off my face.
Ma'am, why are you in a $2.5 million property? After months of delays, Good was convicted on all counts on January 22nd, sentenced to 90 days in prison. Pollard continues to face extradition for multiple vehicle theft-related crimes in Pennsylvania. 11 days later, Good was released on appeal on February 2nd after posting a $5,000 cash bond. Activities at the house started again soon after her release. For days, a woman wearing similar shoes and green pants was seen moving in and out of the alleged Bethesda squatter home. We spoke with Alex Webster about his client.
Look, there's a question. It's really the number one question on everybody's mind. How would your client, Ms. Tamika Good, get inside a $2.3 million property?
God, I don't know if I can answer that. Allegedly.
I don't know if I can answer that.
We're rolling, my friend. Yeah.
Damn.
All right, can you re-ask the question?
Sure, absolutely. So the number one question on everybody's mind is how your client, Ms. Tamika
Oh,
Good,
young
owns
lawyer,
a
too.
$2.3 million property.
Well, Ms. Good did her research. She found out that a certain property was under the control of a certain group, and that there was a title issue. Due to the title issue, she was able to assume the property under squatters' rights.
So in Maryland, there isn't a particular squatter right. Am I missing something?
Well, it's not a particular squatter's right, but it's known as squatter rights.
Meanwhile, back at the Bethesda property, the neighbors here of the $2.3 million Bethesda squatter
Now,
have placed
you know, you got people that's saying like, oh yeah, well, you know what I mean, she taking back reparations. And it's like, yo, that's not the right way to go, bro. You trespassing. For real, be honest with you. You know what I mean? Don't nobody live there. But that's like, yo, that's burglary. I don't understand how the fuck she get charged. Like, I don't understand how people, you know, and I'm not advocating for her, you know what I mean? But it's like, at the end of the day, yo, you can't be sitting here breaking in no $2 million, $1 million home. Like, I wouldn't even feel safe doing that shit. Like, I would feel like I'm gonna get locked up. But I mean, I guess if you in that motherfucker for over 30 days, you good then. It's crazy. I don't understand how the fuck they even got squatters' rights. Like, I don't even, and I heard of it before, but it's on the tip where it's like, what rights? I thought that's like that's trespassing, right? That's like burglary, or you know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna, you know what I mean? Don't nobody live there, so I ain't gonna say home invasion, but it's similar. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely burglary. Like, I don't really, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. I don't really, you know what I mean? Then it's just from a moral standpoint too. Like, I wouldn't even feel right, you know what I mean, doing that. You know what I mean? If you homeless and you just a drug addict or something, then I mean, hey, it is what it is. But just, you know what I mean, if you this girl, like, she, you know what I mean, she able-bodied, like she had on scrubs or something. So I was like, yo, you can help this bitch work and, you know what I mean, work hard and try to, I mean, $2.3 million home, ain't too many people probably can afford that, but you might afford a $230,000 home. You know what I mean? Stay in your budget, stay in your means. I don't know if she trying to flex. Her ass might really be homeless. I don't know, because I don't know what person in their right mind is squatting at a $2.3 million home. I mean, you know, most people was going to, they might be paying 2.3 thousand, you know what I mean? 2.3, you know what I mean? K, 2,300, you know what I mean? In rent or something, you know what I mean? Or a mortgage. But it's like, yo, come on now, yo. I don't agree with it. I don't. And me being a realtor too, you know what I mean? And, you know, looking to get a investment property real soon. I don't like it. And now I know that Maryland is real lackadaisical and real, you know what I mean, lenient with the squatter rights, as they say. You know what I mean? You gotta be careful, yo, because you can have a motherfucker that could be, you know what I mean? You can have a tenant that you know what I mean, don't pay rent. You might give them, you know what I mean? They might be cool. You might think they cool, whatever. Give them a 30-day notice, and then the next thing you know, they ain't paying rent for the next year and a half. You trying to get their ass out, but since they've been there for over 30 days, they got mail there. Now they're a squatter, you know what I mean? So now you got to go through the court system and all this other shit. Then you losing money. Then you know that then squatters, they be petty and break your whole house, fuck your house up, do crazy, you know what I mean? Do spiteful shit. Like, I feel like people like that, they inconsiderate and they selfish. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, you a squatter, you selfish, yo. You feel what I'm saying? So, but we're going to just finish what they were talking about.
Signs after the alleged squatter Tamika Good has gained access to the house. We're going to try to make contact once again. Trekking through ice and snow, we came upon this same door that security cameras captured occupants entering and leaving. Now the door has a no trespassing sign inside his window. After knocking on the door and falling, we proceeded to the front door to knock as well. Not an answer from the alleged squatters.
So everybody who lives here works so hard for their life. They earn their living.
Me lives nearby the alleged squatter house. She asked us to hide her identity over safety concerns. She was sentenced to 90 days in prison, and she was just released, and she's back in the house. What do you make of that?
I think that there's the lack of a law.
We asked Ian Chen, age 19, how the almost year-long battle started. He filed charges that led to Good's 90-day sentencing. When you first called the police living next to a squatter, what did they do?
Nothing, really. They just knocked on the door, and when there was no answer, they just got back in their cars and left.
We pressed Montgomery County Police on why Good and other squatters remain. The spokesperson replied, saying the squatters have been in the house for more than 30 days, so they have gained residency status. Why does this matter to you?
Because it's the right thing to do. I mean, my parents always taught me that you should work hard, pay your bills, and try to make a good life for yourself.
Why should this be a crime?
Because it's wrong. Because a family who's looking to buy this house is without a home because they didn't earn this house. They didn't work for it. They just came and they took what wasn't theirs.
We will continue to track closely and demand answers about squatting loopholes affecting communities throughout the state. I'm Gary Collins in Bethesda with Spotlight on Maryland.
That shit crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe.
That shit crazy, yo. Like, I don't really understand how people can really do that. You feel what I'm saying? Like I say, unless you homeless or you really, you know what I mean, you a drug addict, you know, that's, you know what I mean, most of them, they probably sleep on the street, sleep on the train station. So, like, hell yeah, I'm pretty sure they can squat. A lot of them probably don't even know about it. They probably think they'll get in trouble. But obviously, it's some loopholes or something. Let me see. Let's look on. Let me see. Squatter loophole. Cause ain't no way, yo. Let me see. Cause they just saying this. I'm like, yo. Make sure with expecting like these motherfucking squatter laws must not really be. And then like you say, the Airbnb game and all that shit, like. But this was another girl. She was selling squatters on They said she was selling them bitches on Facebook or something, selling like where you can go at and squat.
Well, speaking of the heat,
It's
squatting has
crazy.
become a hot topic in Maryland this past month. In a heated exchange, Spotlight on Maryland's Gary Collins spoke with one woman who has been posting ads on social media that allegedly connect individuals to what the woman calls online squatter homes.
Spotlight on Maryland has been reviewing social media advertisements, videos, and posts allegedly connecting unauthorized occupants or squatters to properties throughout the region for a one-time fee. What's your experience with squatting?
It's an epidemic. It's insane. It's insane.
It's becoming an epidemic. It is a crisis.
After investigating for more than a month, we tied Baltimore area resident Kanaya Washington to one of the social media accounts using information we obtained from alleged squatters that pointed to her. In one instance, her name was even listed on a leasing document an occupant provided to us. When we reached out in May, Washington said any video she posted did not depict anything illegal. She added that she categorically denied any unlawful entry or inappropriate access to any property. Meanwhile, on Monday, Washington posted on her social media account asking for an interview.
Gary Collins, how come you don't want to do an interview now, but you only wanted to do an interview when I was portrayed to look like a monster? You don't want to interview me? Let's talk about something please too.
Hey, Miss Washington, Gary Collins of Fox 45 News. Our team learned Washington was in court in Frederick County for unrelated traffic violations. We tried to speak to her about her social media account. How are you? Quick question. Why are you connecting individuals to squat houses?
Oh my gosh, following me to court is crazy.
Miss Washington, you can record us, but I'm very curious.
Do y'all
why
see
you're
that?
following.
Do y'all see that? Get away from me before I clock you. I'm not playing with you.
Before you clock me, Miss Washington?
Before you pluck me.
So why are
Get
you...
on my face.
Why-
Get on my face. Get on my face.
Why
Get on
are
my
you
face.
connecting people?
Get on my face.
Why are you connecting people?
What are you talking about?
That dumbass ready to catch a assault charge nuts.
Y'all run it down on me and all that. Don't play with me. Talk about it. And you
She's
are
trying to squat a house.
No clear answer what Kiana Washington's role may be in online squatting networks in Maryland. What we do know is officials acknowledge how social media is fueling squatting, including Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott.
This is not a new issue for Baltimore or for the state of Maryland. And what is different, though, is that these folks are doing the advertisement for these things online, which we are looking at if there are ways to hold them responsible legally in that way.
Maryland's squatting issue has also caught the eye of Governor Wes Moore. What's your administration doing to address this, particularly considering other governors are taking immediate action now?
Yeah, well, I think you're seeing how in Maryland we're taking immediate action as well. I mean, we're working with all of our partners to be able to ensure that people can be safe, that people can be secure, and that laws are being followed. And so I don't think that there is not a single person or partner that we're not working with to be able to address the issue.
Meanwhile, homeowners, contractors, developers, and property owners are left picking up the pieces and dealing with the lasting impact of left squatting.
Trash, food, all over the
That's how they do too.
You can bother putting a trash bin.
We are going to continue to follow social media accounts claiming to connect unauthorized occupants to last resort squatter homes for a fee. We will also continue to press government officials for answers, and we'll also examine how squatting in Maryland is potentially harming people just like you. I'm Gary Collins with Spotlight on Maryland.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that shit crazy. The motherfucking squatting, man. That shit, yo, I ain't, it's like, that shit crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. You ain't really got like no morals, no principles if you a squatter. You know what I mean? Now, like I said, if you a junkie or something, you getting high or something, that's something different. But yo, if you just a able-bodied person, you know what I mean, that's just out here looking to just take advantage of other people's hard work, you a scumbag, for real, be honest with you. I ain't gonna lie, like, I don't fuck with it, you know what I mean? Like, yo, the squatters, and it's everywhere. It ain't just Maryland, you feel what I'm saying? But it's everywhere. But look, here goes some more right here. This shit it'll say, man, these motherfuckers, yo, is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, like, and that squatter shit is getting bigger and bigger, and I think more people starting to catch on to it. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna fuck the market up. It's gonna fuck real estate game up. It's gonna fuck up a lot of shit. You feel what I'm saying, man? They gotta find some way. You gotta find some way to nip that in the bud, yo, cause you feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, and it's kind of is hard too. Like if they, you know, like motherfucker is in your house for 30 days and they getting mail and shit sent there, then it's, you know, it's kind of like your word against theirs for real. So that's where it kind of gets. So you gotta try to nip it in the bud early. You know what I mean? For real. Like these motherfucking squatters, like for real. Look, here goes some more. Go another video right here. Motherfuckers squatting. Shit been going on for a while.
Alleged squatting, even organized squatting, according to observers, is spreading across the region. Gary Collins with Spotlight on Maryland was on the scene of a taxpayer-funded redevelopment project in Baltimore that was purportedly seized by unauthorized occupants.
As our team continues to relentlessly investigate social media fueled networks that are connecting individuals to properties they have allegedly no legal authority to rent or sell. Sources alerted us to an alleged active squatter takeover on East 22nd Street in Baltimore City on Friday afternoon, as police also arrived for an alleged burglary call.
I know you can get in. You can get in by smashing the door open.
The property management company's worker attempted to gain access to the back door, but it was braced.
We're here in the alleyway waiting for police to go ahead and get a warrant to breach the door to gain access to the property. We'll see what happens.
Police identified the woman inside had an ankle monitor on, and the male occupant had active warrants for his arrest. A police sergeant explained the situation to the occupants. While we waited for the safe location, the man and woman peered out and spoke to police multiple times. The authority to enter the home never came. The police shield was put away, the battering ram removed from the scene. Since our team began investigating social media networks selling fake leases, we've reported on 4 homes allegedly occupied by squatters in Baltimore City and Baltimore County. Just this week, we were made aware of another 5 locations.
I saw a gentleman walking out the house, and he didn't look like he was anyone that was even a subcontractor of the guys that we, pretty much hired.
Property owner Joanna Bartholomew says she never thought that she would fall victim to a purported online squatter scheme.
He told me that, he's been living here. I said, you couldn't be living here because I own the building. My organization owns the building. There's no way that you could be living here. He said he has a lease. You can talk to my girlfriend or my fiance.
Bartholomew's company connects first-time homebuyers to qualified homes at affordable prices.
Here we are finding out there's a full family in here. They just got literally within the last 24 to 48 hours, found their way inside the property. One of the people that was living in here had a warrant. He's been arrested at this point. And now we have, a woman and 3 children in this house.
The property owner said that she's beyond frustrated with the impact that squatting is having on everyone in the community.
This is a community revitalization project, supported by state and city funds. And we have a squatter here, and it should be going to a hardworking, family individual that can be able to, become a homeowner.
Do you think that those people who are selling fraudulent leases online, should they be held accountable for their actions?
Absolutely, that individual who committed that, they need to be held accountable. I mean, they're only now communicating with the officers through text saying that they're out of town, they're not available to get on the phone. They should definitely be held accountable. Trust and believe I'll be making a lot of phone calls and emails to be able to get this at a greater attention so we can hopefully get this matter resolved sooner.
Before he left the scene this afternoon, Bartholomew was told she is likely stuck with resolving this matter in civil court because the female refused to leave with her children, despite another occupant arrested with outstanding warrants. As cases continue to cripple people's ability to rent or sell properties throughout Maryland, we're going to continue to press for answers and demand action and accountability. I'm Gary Collins in the studio.
You see what he said? This shit is fucking up the renters market, bro. It's fucking up the housing market. You know what I mean? And I ain't like all that scamming shit, yo. You feel what I'm saying? That's one thing I don't like. I don't like that scamming shit. You know what I mean? Because you scamming. It ain't like you scamming the system. You scamming the motherfucker that's just trying to, you know what I mean, sell this house or rent this house out to make some extra money for them. You know what I mean? You trying to, beat the system and make a little quick, fast buck real quick. You know what I mean? Doing some flim flam shit. And I mean, I get it. I know that's how the world works. But it's like, god damn. You know what I mean? You gotta be on your properties, man. You can't let nobody even get a hold of them motherfuckers. Like as soon as they get in, it's like, man, you gotta have property managers, man. You do. You know what I mean? Especially in shit everywhere, because you damn sure wouldn't think nobody would be in a $2.3 million home like how she was. You know what I mean? That's probably a gated community and some more shit. So yeah, that's crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. The way we living now, man. Well, I ain't even gonna say it like that, but just in a way that it's like, yo, people don't really give a fuck. No, people don't have no hard work. People just want to take the easy route. Back in the day, motherfucker want to work hard, buy their first house, buy their first car. Now everybody just want to scam, yo, take the easy way. You know what I mean? Take the shortcut. Like that squatting shit, yo. That shit is that shit, I don't like it. You know what I mean? Because it's like you say, you number one, you taking the easy way out. You fucking somebody else over. You know what I mean? Then it's like, all right, if you been in my shit for 5 months, ain't paying no rent, ain't doing all right. And I was out of town, or this one of my rental properties. I don't come maybe once a year or something. Okay, all right, but Dale, you telling me you ain't gonna leave? You already in my shit illegally. Yeah, you said when I catch you, you say you ain't gonna leave. Like what that like. You know what I mean? You know what that like, man. That'll make a nigga. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure it probably been a couple motherfuckers. You probably don't hear the stories, or you might do hear the stories. I ain't heard one just yet, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be coming. Where a motherfucker probably and sent the motherfucker to the pearly gates. You know what I mean? Just because like yo, you gotta get out. You gonna get out my house, bro. Like it's still my property. I still own it. I might not live here. Don't nobody might not live here, but it's still my shit. I'm still paying property taxes. You know what I mean? I'm still paying ground rent or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. So I don't like that squatting shit. That shit ain't my cup of tea. You know what I mean? And it looked like this shit. It's a big thing in Maryland. It's a big thing in Maryland, especially with a lot of these vacant houses and you know what I mean, all this shit. Real, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel too. It's a lot of shit going on in Maryland, man. They got the mayor, they on his ass. Cause his wife just had she had a non-profit. From what let me say, they said they just stopped all funding for non-profits or something in Maryland. Let me see. State issue emergency suspension.
In terms of aim to inspire, what do they do for you?
They get medication, they see the day program.
They stopping the funding in Maryland. It's a lot of money coming up missing in Maryland, yo. Motherfuckers is funneling money. Niggas is stealing money.
A bag of rice and water.
As part of our ongoing investigation into what advocates and lawyers call senior trafficking, where vulnerable adults are housed without proper oversight and care, Spotlight on Maryland began examining a nonprofit called Aim to Inspire Care Forever Limited last fall. We obtained this, a 10-page order of emergency suspension issued by the Maryland Department of Health to Aim to Inspire at the end of January.
So you're saying sometimes people are aggressive with
or some of the workers. So I just give them a smile and they do it.
Yeah.
It's called following the rules and, appreciating because I don't want to get put on the street.
We did speak to one of your residents.
Last November, we confronted DeQuan Thomas, the leader of Aim to Inspire Care Forever, about conditions inside his operation.
We go beyond and above to make sure these people are not on the streets. We are very, very upfront. When these individuals come in, we say, this is what it is. We can also offer them to go to, other places, etc. With the verbal abuse or anything of that nature, if anything is brought to me from a resident, I am a person that acts on it. They're receiving transportation. They're receiving a lot of services. And they might not say that they don't, but where can you live and pay $600 and receive food, clothing, shelter, transportation, resources, medical attention, etc.? Nowhere.
Well, assisted living facility, though, right?
Yeah.
3 days after a report aired, a multi-agency government operation descended on Aim to Inspire on November 14th.
All right, do you work for these guys? What occurred today?
Nothing.
Nothing at all? With all these fire officials, there wasn't a single thing?
They just wanted to see how we're doing a wonderful job there.
The wonderful job that you guys are doing. Okay.
After that visit, we confirmed multiple residents were transported to an area hospital. An official told us that they were in bad shape. Despite that, the facility remained open. State and local officials returned more than a month later on December 18th.
What's going on today?
Taking care of our people, that's all.
There appears to be multiple government agencies on site. What's the reason for that?
I don't see no government planners or nothing.
There's vehicles clearly marked government. Okay. Okay. Well, we appreciate it. Nice to chat with you.
You too, Gabby.
The emergency suspension order says state health surveyors found serious deficiencies, including failure to provide skilled services under the supervision of a registered nurse as required by state law. The order also states Aim to Inspire accepted clients whose needs exceed its legal scope without arranging the additional care required.
But I think for nursing homes, there's a little bit more accountability.
Tia Witherspoon is the executive director of Maryland's Office
Yeah,
of
they
Healthcare
definitely,
Quality. The agency
they definitely
responsible-
funneling money. You know what I mean? They definitely funneling money in them non-profits, boy. I'm telling you, they doing bad minimum and getting a whole lot. Let me see. I want to see what they said about the Mayor Scott, his non-profit. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Yeah, man, they on her ass too. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, it's a lot of money coming up missing in Maryland. You know what I mean? Our taxes ain't coming up missing. They damn sure taking that. They about to start taking even more. Property taxes, they went up. They done let BGE. We ain't even get on BGE. They done let BGE monopolize the whole Baltimore. Really the whole Maryland. Like, yo, they just gave BGE the power lines and all types of shit. Yo, BGE, they done monopolized that shit. You can't even get no other type of from what I know, everything is BGE ran through Maryland. You know what I mean? Like, yo, they got the power, gas, electric, all that shit on lock. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, that shit crazy, yo. I ain't gonna lie. And then the city just they gave them probably the biggest contract. Like, man, they just like, man, hey, y'all take all this money and just go ahead, do whatever you gonna do. You know what I mean? And, you know, BGE done spiked up, bills done spiked up, all types of shit. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody building double. Like, you see motherfuckers complaining, that's because they done gave BGE and all that money, man. And BGE out this bitch half-stepping. Niggas' power's going out, power lines going down. The street lights is terrible now. Like, yo, they done messed the street lights up. Like, street lights be green, one of them be red for like 10 minutes. Shit be crazy. You know what I mean? But that's because of this money. The money.
Mayor Brandon Scott is in some trouble. See, his wife worked at a nonprofit called Be More Empowered. That nonprofit received over $100,000 in taxpayer money while she was employed there. $80,000 of that money came one day before the couple actually publicly announced their relationship. The nonprofit is now delinquent in taxes, failed to disclose her salary, and was sued for not paying rent, and has stopped operations. Even when reporters asked questions about the $80,000 contract, it couldn't be produced. Even when they tried to reach his wife, Hannah Scott, she blocked them on LinkedIn. When reporters asked the mayor's office where the money went, radio silence. So this isn't just bad optics. According to nonprofit experts, this is a corruption scheme with red flags everywhere. Let me walk you through exactly how this works and why it's so corrupt. Let's get into it.
If I had taxpayer dollars and I said, I'm just going to stop what I'm doing, I would expect that the money providers would be asking me questions and I would have to be very clear with them where their money was.
We have to talk about the timeline. Here's how it all unfolded. We need to pay attention to the dates because the timeline is important. September 2021, Hannah Scott starts working as the Director of Operations at Be More Empowered, a nonprofit with the stated mission of empowering Black women and girls through mindfulness and entrepreneurship. A year later, Hannah Scott meets Brandon Scott, who has been the Baltimore mayor since 2020. January 2023, Baltimore city government starts sending taxpayer money to Be More Empowered. The total from the city directly was $34,950 by 2024. So here's where it gets interesting. On July 18th, 2023, Be More Empowered gets rewarded an $80,000 grant from the Downtown Partnership of Baltimore at an event. Both Brandon Scott and Hannah Scott attended this event together. One day later, Brandon Scott and Hannah Scott publicly announced their relationship with a pregnancy announcement. So let me make sure that you caught that. They were secretly dating. An $80,000 taxpayer fund grant gets rewarded to her nonprofit. They're both at the event together. The next day, they go public with their relationship. So from July 2023 to June of 2024, the Baltimore Children and Youth Fund, the BCYF, which is 99% funded by Baltimore City taxpayers, sends a $62,500 check to Be More Empowered. So if you look at all those checks, all those grants that was given, it was about $177,450 in taxpayer money flowing to this nonprofit that employs the mayor's girlfriend turned wife. Then next year, 2024, Brandon and Hannah Scott get married, and then a year later, September 2025, Be More Empowered gets sued for not paying rent and announce a organizational pause, which is nonprofit speak for we're shutting down. Hannah Scott's employment at Be More Empowered ends the same month. And here's the problem. No one can account for where the money went. Over $100,000 in taxpayer money. Where did it go? No one knows. Now, let's talk about who awarded the money and why these connections matter. So there's a person by the name of Shalonda Stokes. She is the president of the Downtown Partnership at Baltimore. This is the organization that rewarded that $80,000 grant one day before the relationship announcement.
Partnership's president, Shalonda Stokes, has a salary of $317,000.
And here's where things get interesting. Shalonda Stokes has posted multiple photos and videos on Instagram with Hannah Scott. They went to the Beyonce concert together in July 2024. They're clearly friends. So your friend's nonprofit gets $80,000 from your organization, which is funded by the taxpayers, right before she announces that she's going to date the mayor. I'm sure there's nothing suspicious there. Now let's talk about the Baltimore City and Youth Fund, the BCYF, the other source of the money. BCYF is guaranteed funding every year through the Baltimore City Charter. This year was $16 million in the city budget. And BCYF is more than 99% funded by the Baltimore City tax dollars. So this is basically a city agency pretending to be an independent nonprofit. Now here's the problem. The mayor's office appointed a representative to the BCYF's governing board. So the mayor has influence over the organization that then sends $62,000 to a nonprofit employing his wife. I'm sure you see the problem there. The Downtown Partnership received $28 million from the Maryland state government through the fiscal years of 2024 and 2025. Mayor Scott himself announced in 2022 that the Baltimore City was sending $1.6 million of the federal RAPA funds to Downtown Partnership, the one that gave Hannah's nonprofit $80,000.
Yo, that's what they say, yo. You follow the money, yo. You follow the money. Follow the money, man. I'm telling you, it's Baltimore, yo. It's just happening time and time again, man. Like, yo, everybody funneling money from the taxpayer dollars, man, in these cities. And it's not just Baltimore. But you know what I mean, we one of the major cities too, because we want, you know, predominantly black, and the B, that's who always get us too. Most of it be the white, they all of them. They ain't just black, you know what I mean. So that's why I say I'm mad, you know what I mean. I ain't, you know, it's really nothing you can do. You feel what I'm saying? But at least I will say one thing about the mayor. You know, at least he still represent Baltimore. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? He represent Baltimore, man. You know what I mean? And he from Baltimore. Even though I don't know what he was talking about with them cheers. You feel what I'm saying? He was tripping about that. He lost a lot of respect for that. Like, motherfuckers was not feeling him for that. You know what I mean? And him and the state's attorney going at it too. I don't know what... That ain't a good look for him neither. You feel what I'm saying? Ivan Bates is coming for his ass. Really, Ivan Bates really gonna run for mayor next. Ivan Bates gonna run for mayor. We can already see that. So, but yeah, man, this money is getting funneled out, man. They is funneling this money out. You know what I mean? Like, and then he did that. He doing this made him hot, and this one made him even hotter right here. This man just purchased 170, 65,000 $165,000 SUV, bro. Like your shit costs more than the governor's, everybody's. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's no way your shit should be costing more than the governor's. Brandon Scott, come on, bro. Like, even if you is funneling money, you making yourself hot now. 150. You know they're gonna be on your ass about that. You feel what I'm saying? You supposed to calculate what everybody else spent. You know what I mean? And make your shit somewhere in the middle. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. You know what I mean? If you'd been 100,000, 90,000 or something, it'd have been all right. They probably would have been, but it's been like, all right, man. Come on, what you expect? But yo, you went double. You went like they say I think the governor only spent like 95,000. You know what I mean? This nigga spent down there 170. Like, there you go right here, man. You fucked that money up, Brandon Scott.
I understand that. I did answer the question. Just because you didn't get the answer that you wanted in your racist slant, that's one thing.
Before I tell you anything else, what you're about to see, I just want you to watch this interaction between Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott and a reporter asking him about his city vehicle. Just watch how he responds, and we'll break it down after.
With that, this vehicle is still $55,000 less. So, again, I'm going to ask you the same question.
Okay, Tessa, we'll just stop you right there. We'll just stop you right there. We get it. We understand that your station has this severe right-wing effort underway. We get that. But you also,
funny as shit.
You guys are dragging this thing out and also not including all the facts. A vehicle that was purchased in 2023 is not the same price as 2025, right? You have to understand that reality. When you look at, I'm talking, you can listen to it, let me talk, please. We heard your question. You've asked the same idiotic question now for 3 months. We understand that when you look at a base price for SUVs, base price of SUVs now are, as you know, between $90,000 and $100,000. You're talking about a police vehicle with police equipment on it added on top of that vehicle. It's very simple. And when you look at, these are not astronomical costs, right? You guys in your station in particular would never ask the President of the United States how much the beast costs. You wouldn't do that. You would never do that. This is ridiculous. Let it go. Next question.
Governor Moore as well. His car costs about $78,000 to $80,000, and he drives across the state. Governor Hogan's car costs $70,000 now. Again, that was bought in Kansas State.
That's a long time ago. And I also would, well, you looked at, I understand that. I did answer the question. Just because you didn't get the answer that you wanted in your racist slant, that's one thing. But what I will say to you.
So let me give you some context.
Yeah,
real quick before we dive
that was a bad look.
this deep.
That was a bad look. And shout out to this brother right here, man. I think it's his name. Let me sure I check out the whole video. Hannibal. You know what I mean? We might check a little bit out of it, a little bit more. But yeah, that was a bad look for the man. Number one, he did deflect out the question like a bitch. Well, number one, bro, you overspent. You talking about balling out. You talking about making yourself hot. Man, you made yourself hot as shit. Brandon Scott, you purchased a vehicle that's 100. All right, the vehicle wasn't 100. Well, the vehicle, according to you, was 100. And I don't think that, you know what I mean, great. They probably bought close to 100, though. They probably bought 85, 90. You know what I mean? Like you say, probably with the police equipment, another, you know what I mean, maybe 10,000, 15,000. But it's like, yo, come on, bruh. Well, I say probably more than that because you definitely gonna want to get it bulletproof and all that. But come on, bruh. You ain't supposed to make no. You shouldn't supposed to be more than the governors. You shouldn't even want it to be because you don't even want to make yourself look suspect. Like, damn, I want it. But you know what I mean? Now, if it's your personal vehicle, and even your personal vehicle, they'd be looking, you know what I mean? You purchase 100 and you'll be hot too. But, you know what I mean? I mean, bullshit, both of them be hot, bro. Like, you can't be doing no shit like that, Brandon Scott. You supposed to know better than that, man. 163K. You know what I mean? Like, god damn, yo. Then it's with taxpayers' dollars. And then you got your, you know what I mean? You funneling money allegedly to your girl non-profit and your homeboys and, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Come on, Brandon Scott. And So that he Brian Scott, you ain't looking good, yo. You 3 strikes, you out. You fucking up. You fucked up with the police vehicle. You fucked up with your wife and these nonprofits. And probably the third trying to put the icing on the cake, cherry on top, is you and the state's attorney is going at it. I don't know what's going on. They got it right here. But I don't know what's up with y'all. That ain't a good look. And a lot of people is you know what I mean? Like they from what I'm hearing, they fucking with Ivan Bates. You know what I mean, I ain't fully fucking with him. You know what I mean? But a lot of people is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, I will say, Lisa Ivan Bates. You know what I mean? He keep it 100. He tell you, man, look, you be catch you, we gonna put you away for a very long time. You know what I mean? He let you know, we gonna give you the backs. I'll be looking to give you the backs. That's what he say. So I mean, and he was a defense attorney too, so he know both sides. You feel what I'm saying? So, but yeah, this was a bad look, Brandon Scott, man. You fucking up the money. We already in a budget deficit. Then you got the governor, you know what I mean? Like you say, Berlin, you're in a budget deficit, bro. We spending more money than what we accumulating. You feel what I'm saying? That's why y'all trying to raise taxes and do all this other shit. Like, yo, come on, bro. We ain't got time for all that. Shit crazy, man. That was pretty much, yo. Yeah, we had this thing going on in New Mexico, but I don't even, man. It is, I don't know what I'm talking. I ain't even talking about that. Let me see what else we had. It was Maryland. We had a couple things in Maryland. Yeah, man. So yeah. But yeah, they got this thing. They were just protesting about this ICE facility out in Hague. They just put an ICE facility in Hagerstown. Which I'm like, I don't know, like when the fuck ever people start ever protesting about a jail. I mean, shit, we been should have doing it. It's just, like, I don't know when the fuck it started now. All the fucking jails they build, and then they talk about private, you know what I mean? Private corporation owning the jail. You know how many private corporations own these jails, man? It's crazy. That's how you know this shit just political, bro. This shit political, man. Let me get the fuck off here. I'm a little tired now. I've been up for it. I ain't gonna lie, yo. That getting up early, boy, bitch. Take a hurting on you. But yeah, man, make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. You just, you know what I mean, had to type in the Baltimore. No, I ain't did my city in a minute. You know what I mean? So, I never, you know, we still got to touch on home base. But, yeah, man, make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody that tapped in. I appreciate everybody that, you know what I mean, if you're watching this on the replay, hit the like button. Subscribe if you don't subscribe. And, yeah, man, tune into my other videos. I'm definitely going to be having some more lives, I'm having some more pre-recordings dropping too. So, we definitely going to be getting busy. You know what I mean? And I'm about to create my other channels too. So, all right, y'all. Definitely appreciate everybody that tapped in, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. Robbie TV. We out.